This just in, as they used to say in the old-timey newsrooms, Donald Trump is going to have a great big rally next week in the Bronx, New York. Bronx, it's a county in New York, New York City. They're making a play for New York. They're making a play for New Jersey. It happens to be, if you look at the demographics and all that stuff, one of the poorest. It's a very diverse community. And Donald Trump is going not only to the Bronx, but to the South Bronx. And the world will be shocked by the very warm reception he gets there. People, no matter what they look like, no matter where they come from, they're starting to appreciate this man like never before. And they understand, some people at a gut level, that the world would not be going down the tubes like it is now if Donald Trump were still in office. We would not have had, well, the invasion of Ukraine by Russia. We would not have had October 7th. And a very grim reminder, we're still dealing with that war. 3 hostages turned up dead in Rafah, all right? They were killed by Hamas terrorists. Isn't that awful? And so little attention. And it would not have happened if President Trump, I mean, it's true. The Biden administration, they sent billions of dollars back to Iran. Iran sent that money to Hamas and Hezbollah. And they felt like they could pull off October 7th. It wouldn't have happened with Donald Trump in office. By the way, Shani Luke on the left, this is what she looked like on October 7th. It's blurred out, but she was actually in the back of that pickup truck. She was alive then. And these maniacs, these barbarians were, I mean, can you imagine wanting to be seen like that? This is what she looked like before Hamas got their hands. Reportedly, she was beheaded. Beheaded. Now, as America quibbles, our leadership quibbles about what Israel should do and how they should do it, can you imagine, again, like Taylor Swift having a great big concert and Al-Qaeda goes in there and shoots everybody? That's what happened in Israel. It was a great big rave concert and everyone's having a good time and they don't realize that, yeah, you see those guys off there in the distance? We're going to circle them. Those are little kind of crude gunships. These flying lawnmowers they rigged up. It's incredible what happened. And it's also incredible, totally unbelievable that at this moment, Joe Biden is giving Israel a hard time, trying to tell them what to do. You know, America hasn't won a war in a long time. When's the last war we won? Who are we to tell them how to fight?
They go into Rafah. I'm not supplying the weapons that have been used historically to deal with Rafah, to deal with the cities, to deal with that problem.
Well, Joe, you're incompetent and you have no business telling a country what to do. Afghanistan, everybody, that's on him. All right, next, please.
Right now, everybody wants the president to fix every single thing in their lives, but the president can't fix every single thing. But one thing that he can work on that can become better or worse, depending on who comes off the court, is the court itself. And the court is the one that's attacking our freedoms.
Democrat Congresswoman Jasmine Felicia Crockett. And maybe that sounds reasonable for a Democrat. This is not a reasonable person. We're becoming familiar with her, just how well. She says a lot of crazy things, okay? Jasmine Felicia Crockett. Her resume is pretty much standard. 43 years old. She's a lawyer and has been in Congress, elected there in 2022. But that's where the normalcy stops. Check this out.
Let me remind you of what happened behind closed doors.
You should ask O'Connor about my credibility.
I haven't asked you a question. Okay?
You are?
When I haven't. So when I ask you a question, that's when you answer. Otherwise, I'm talking. They love Texas. They always sending us some nonsense bills that somehow set this country on the wrong trajectory. They send them to Texas. They send them to Florida. Every deplorable state that we can think about, they usually coming out of y'all's think tank. But when we start talking about things that look like evidence, they want to act like they blind. They don't know what this is. These are our national secrets. Looks like in the to me. So, to be clear, whatever happens to your little leader, it's going to be because of the actions that he took. So you can talk all you want to about how January 6th was nonsense, but all of y'all were running at that time. Y'all were grabbing y'all's gas masks and y'all were running to your offices.
I don't think so. She is, what do we say? A lot of attitude, not much in the way of ability. Doesn't seem to get along with anybody, but things got, I mean, it's not that big a deal. But, well, she was fighting with AOC and MTG, and, well, let's watch.
Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about
just
AG.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about. I guess
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No,
what you're
ain't
reading.
nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order.
I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Greene's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down.
Aw.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play. with
Baby
me.
girl?
We're gonna,
I don't think
We are going to
so.
move, and we're going to take your words down.
Calm down.
No,
Can you please calm down?
Don't tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all
Please
talk
calm
noise,
down.
and then you
You're
can't
out of
take
control.
Because if I
Look,
come,
Chairman,
if I
can
come
we
and
send
talk
out take a
about
break
her,
for 5
y'all
minutes?
gonna have a problem.
Chairman, Mr. Chairman.
Chair.
I know why
Okay.
you're
Order.
Now, they're making it very difficult for us to follow the status of the House Resolution Bill 3971.2. By the way, MTG did not make fun of the physical appearance of Crockett. She made fun of her fake eyelashes. The fake eyelashes are not part of Ms. Crockett, okay? Ooh, and then Ms. Crockett, I think this is a hate crime according to the left. Watch this.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
What now?
She knew what she did. She just called MTG a butch. B-U-T-C-H. That's an old-timey slang word for, well, a lesbian. I looked it up, and it's true.
According to the Oxford English Dictionary, butch means a lesbian of masculine appearance or behavior.
All right, thank you very much. So, what do we do to JFC? Number one, we call her now JFC. AOC, all these crazy people get, we abbreviate their names. JFC. Jasmine, Felicia, Crockett is now JFC. And seriously, that is technically hate speech, and she should be in trouble for that. However, all of this stuff isn't that bad. It really isn't. I mean, look at what happens in other countries. That's the parliament in Taipei, Taiwan. I mean, pushing, head wrestling, South Korea. Ooh, a total mosh pit. This happens routinely throughout the world. Look at Ukraine. So, what happened today between MTG and the rest really wasn't that bad. Oh, man. All over the world. Italy. It's crazy. Kind of fun to watch, too. Sorry, I mean, it is just a little bit. No one was hurt, seriously. We are not innocent here either. One more thing. This happened a long time ago, but the guy on the left, Senator Preston Brooks, basically almost beat to death Senator Charles Sumner in the Capitol. They were upset about slavery. I think Preston Brooks was against it. Charles Sumner was for it. Sumner said some bad things about Preston, and they had a fight right in the middle of the U.S. Senate. What's his name? Brooks came in there with a cane, not quite a baseball bat, but a really hard piece of wood, and for 1 minute beat his head. The guy was totally unconscious, and they got in trouble. They got kicked out, but I think they were both elected back in. So we've seen worse than MTG and JFC calling each other this, that, and the other thing. All right, next, please. Barron Trump. All 6'7" of him, graduating from high school in Tampa, Florida today. Good for him. He's 18 years old, and this guy is impressive. It said that he's a very good student, has a facility with languages. We don't know much more about him, though. He's very tall. He's the son of President Trump and Melania. And and look at that. President Trump is seriously delighted, right? Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, you really don't see him like that. And look at that kid. He's, that's interesting. What is his life going to be like? I hope it's going to be great. Where's he going to go to college? You know, the Trump family, they don't get enough credit for how good their kids are. And they are terrific. The Bidens, on the other hand, let's face it, they've all been into, well, various things. And Hunter, the worst thing probably was when he fooled around with what was her name again? What was her name? Haley, his brother's wife, and then his brother's wife's sister. Really weird stuff. And meanwhile, the Trump children, I mean, they've never gotten in trouble. They've never had any problems with, well, I guess you'd call it incest. Forgive me. I mean, that's kind of what happened over there in the Biden family. Anyway, congratulations to Barron Trump. Next, please.
Bad policies and poor leadership have negatively impacted major life issues. Things like abortion, IVF, surrogacy, euthanasia, as well as a growing support for degenerate cultural values in media all stem from the pervasiveness of disorder.
You heard about this guy's speech, right? Harrison Butker. He's the kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs. And it was an awesome speech. The left is going crazy. Really, and they don't like the topics, right? They don't like the subject matter. They don't like that he's speaking boldly about the virtues of Christianity. And hey, maybe women would find it fulfilling to get married and have children, and men would find it fulfilling to provide for their families and live a biblical life. Nobody wants to have anything to do with that stuff these days, huh? Well, I think this comes at exactly the right time. And how about this message on fatherhood?
As men, we set the tone of the culture, and when that is absent, disorder, dysfunction, and chaos set in. This absence of men in the home is what plays a large role in the violence we see all around the nation. Other countries do not have nearly the same absentee father rates as we find here in the U.S., and a correlation could be made in their drastically lower violence rates as well.
It's amazing. They want to throw this guy out of the National Football League, right? They want to shut this guy down as a extremist, as a MAGA extremist, conservative, whatever. What he just said there, Barack Obama was talking about the very same thing when he first ran for president, when he wanted us all to like him in 2008.
Too many fathers are MIA. Too many fathers are AWOL. You and I know this is true everywhere, but nowhere is it more true than in the African-American community. We know the statistics that children who grow up without a father are 5 times more likely to live in poverty and commit crime. They're 9 times more likely to drop out of school, 20 times more likely to end up in prison.
All true, but he didn't push that for much longer. You know why? Jesse Jackson literally threatened to cut his testicles off. He said it. He said it out loud. He did. Because he felt he was being talked down to, that Obama was talking down to black people. No, he wasn't. He was actually, for a short period of time, trying to help them. So we have this crazy woke culture, and a fine American named Harrison Butker stands up to speak out about it. And I'm glad he did the way he did, because you got to replace this culture with something. And why not replace it with the very best, huh? Religion, Judeo-Christian values. He's Christian. I happen to be Christian. And I think people need to talk about the virtues of the faith more and more. And we've had this problem with culture long before woke. I mean, our culture has always been pretty rotten, actually. In the 90s, I know it seems like an innocent time compared to now, but you turn it on, you turn the TV on, it was all just nasty put-downs, one put-down after the next, you know, and it was, we've been on a long slide downhill, and I'm just glad he stepped forward. It's an example for a lot of people. And just also remember this, it's okay to be political. The fake news wants us to think it's a bad word. It's actually not.
That was a shrewd political move, and we've seen it before. That is not what's happening today. This is a calculated political decision.
This is a political decision, a choice of political cowardice.
The so-called catch-and-kill scheme was a political move designed to win an election.
Look, Republicans, this was a blatantly political move. They got what they wanted.
Yeah, like that's bad. Political. Political is actually of or relating to being represented, government, a democracy, the activities associated with the governance of a country or other area, especially the debate or conflict among individuals or parties having or hoping to achieve power.